And what do you do then? You can just use another nail, carefully just feel the sides like this, and if you feel that, oh, there is a small crack or a small chip on the side of my nail, you just use your file, 45-degree angle, and carefully just file them down so you don't feel just small. And it doesn't need much, maybe 3-4 strokes, and then you will feel that it's nice and even again. And by doing this, the risk of chipping is much lower. So as long as you maintain it, it's not gonna be a problem of it breaking or something like that. And I will also recommend not to use do anything of lifting, things like that will risk you to damage your nail. So by having pointy nails, you pretty much can not do such as much of hard labor and stuff like that, because the risk of chipping is very high. So sometimes when I have to lift something or do something, I mix some English and Swedish. I'm sorry. I will stuff some gloves with some cotton or paper just to get something under here to straighten up the thumb. But be careful, you can chip or break your nails if you're very unlucky. More things to think about. Let's see. Also, if you want to clean the underside of your nail, don't use your nails to polish the underside like this. There are special nail brushes. You can brush the underside of your nail, and just use paper in between your nail and just carefully brush off any dirt. Things you can use to make your nails be more healthy, or given some, I think it's called support. I'm not sure. It's this special nail oil. It's almost like nail polish, but it's just oil to improve and give nourishment maybe to your nails. So it just for me, I brush it every night. I coat the underside of my nails, because when I sleep it won't it will stay there, because if I try to wipe off my nails on my bed, it will still be there. Before I used to even coat the top side of my nail, but as soon as I turn my pillow over, I got oil on all over it. So now I just coat the underside of the nail. Another thing you can do to maintain your nail growth or some stuff like that is to eat healthy, or you can eat like vitamin B. What is called like vitamin B. Small pills like this. You can find them in the health section at the store, or you just eat a lot of good things like vegetables and stuff like that. Just because with vitamin B, as far as I know, it's good for your hair and your nails, so that will increase the growth of your nails. Something else to think about. I'm trying to go over as much as I can. Another thing to consider, if you want to have claw nails, make sure you think about what hand do I want claw nails on. Do I want claw nails on my left hand or my right hand? For me, I am a right-handed person, so when I start growing claw nails, I thought maybe I can use my left hand, because I'm using my right hand all the time. But as I discovered, when I had claw nails on my left hand, there was more common that I chip or break my nails than when I had them on my right hand. And I don't really know why, because my right hand is more I do more stuff with my right hand, so you would think that my left hand would be more safe, but it turns out my right hand is more safe than my left hand. So I probably just broke 3 nails in a period of 1 year, something like that. When I had my left hand, it was like 1 nail a week or something like that. And it was really frustrating because it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience to get them this pointy. And also the reason I only have 2 on my right hand is because I need to do other stuff. I would like to have all 5, but a very common question is, how do you wipe your ass? And yes, I need those 3 spare fingers for that. Very nasty, but I have to live my life also. I would not want to wipe my ass with all the 5 fingers with claws on. I have had an accident where I wiped my ass and I scratched, and it started to bleeding, and that was not comfortable, believe me. But enough about my ass. That's a very common question. I have a very common problem, so I just keep 2. And another question I get is, why do you have claw nails? And why does a man have claw nails? Actually, it started off with I wanted to impress a girl because she was into nails, and I started growing claw nails, and she wasn't a big fan of it. She thought it was weird, but after that I tried to ask her many questions, and she was nice enough to answer them. But later I found out she was married, so I stopped asking her out and stuff like that. So, but the weird part is, even though I didn't try to impress her with my nails, I still thought it was very fun just to have claw nails. And sometimes you can, if you sharpen them, you can use them as tools. Like one of my viewers asked me to do a video where I show how much what you can do with your claw nails, if you can rip stuff up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to sharpen them and demonstrate how sharp they really are. But I would like to see any of you other viewers how your claw nails looks like, or if you have any questions, I can try to answer them as good as I can. But it's just for fun, so I try my best to maintain them and keep them. And also I thought that maybe some of you are interested in how to maintain or how to grow or have your own claw nails. So I'm trying to just give my tips on what I have experienced and what I do to maintain, how it's done, pretty much. But I I think I forgot something here. Yes, I'm gonna also talk about the red part of the nail. As you can see in my pictures, you pretty much get a perfect red nail area, but as you can see, my red nail areas are not perfect. Some of the parts are pretty much the white part of the nail starts down here, and you get a real huge bulge or a part that are higher than this part. Maybe this part, then the white part of the nail starts around here, and the other side is the nail starts up here. So and it's very common that in beginning when I started, I thought if I kept this side as long as this side, I will get a perfect center nail, but sadly that's not the case. So as you can see, this part is much smaller than this side that is much longer, and in order to get a perfect center nail, you pretty much you need to have this side shorter than this longer, and sometimes it looks really weird, but in order for it to be centered, that's sadly the way it might look like, and I didn't draw it perfect, so that's better. So sometimes your nail's not gonna be the perfect match on both sides, so you will have this weird slightly off triangle. And sometimes you may not want to have a pointy nail. You may just want to have a straight nail. I had it on this hand, but sadly it chipped, like all my straight nails. Straight nails are like the worst nail to have, because you have a very big amount of high sides like this, and that's the most common thing that chips, and it's very hard to get your file on the sides and file down the chips and cracks. So usually straight nails like this, usually you will have